being kind to ourselves on this pathway of vocal evolution and personal development. A conversation today got me thinking about the different stages and points along the journey that have been marked by different qualities, different ideas, different expressions, different versions of the self, and how when we have the voice as a focal point and are using that as our exploration or navigation tool, we can create this map of our trajectory, and we might use different descriptors to help us communicate the places that we have been with our voices, where we have travelled to. And this might be along the strand of our confidence, our sense of well-being, our creative expression, or maybe even our creative output. But there are different voices, different parts, different facets of our identity that do speak to these different components, and befriending them and befriending their shape-shifting qualities and befriending the points where we are actually using a measure of I used to be able to do this, or I used to be immersed in this, or that no longer fits, and there's a different interest, a different style, a different focus, a different genre. How we can bring kindness into our reflection, our analysis, our stock taking and assimilating as we strike out in new directions and we experiment and play with new ideas and new parts of ourselves. Yeah, that we hold some quality of space which is actually honouring where we have been. Those are stepping stones. They might not be an ultimate goal. They might have taken us into spaces that we would never have thought that we would find ourselves in. They may have come with challenging lessons. And also in this process of growth and development, we can look back and see transformation and see progress that has been made. And sometimes there can be a tinge of embarrassment attached to the more mature perspective that's a few steps further along the pathway of, I can't believe that used to be a mode of expression, or that used to be a focus or an interest. And I think that it is easy to use that lens when we're looking back, and that actually softening that and bringing kindness to that reflective space allows there to be a quality of holding there that is actually acknowledging that part maybe is not being explored or nourished in the same way, or maybe is not serving us, and it's perhaps something that we have shifted our emphasis around. But that makes it no less significant or important to this overall picture, this tapestry of who we are, all of these different puzzle pieces and threads, if you like, that are interconnected to our ongoing creative and personal development. So this thought thought stream has lots of potential entry points for you to continue the conversation, because it is, yeah, it's got my gears going, and yeah, I just feel very strongly that kindness is something that we benefit from, in this process of engaging with practices that are about enhancing self awareness, engaging in self cultivation. Bringing kindness into that frame means that we can enjoy the process and the journey in a way that feels more present, because we're not then focusing with a hypercritical lens on components that are maybe not speaking to the person that we feel we are today, or perhaps the person that we are inviting ourselves to step towards, grow into. And I know that I grow best and I develop best on a personal level when I feel safe, when I feel that I have permission to explore freely, and when there is not a restrictive quality around that development space that feels like it is creating definition, where I feel like I'm being boxed in, or that there is a standard or regulation to adhere to, which actually, rather than being a supportive structure to assist in striving, it can become stifling. So, yeah, a little sprinkle of kindness into how we're reflecting on our vocal journey, past, present, and future. How does that land for you? And do feel free to share where you're at in your explorations with your own voice. And also, how can you begin to integrate more kindness into your check in practices, your reflection and pause points, and also into your voice work sessions as well, because a little bit goes a long way. So we'll check in again towards the end of the week and hope everyone is doing well. Take care.